Right guys, welcome to another video. Safety first, as always. I'm a bit tired. I'm always tired when I start these videos. I've been for my Mackies already. Anyway. I have one of these, shiny. Don't know how good it is, like how good it will flow, but £18 delivered. EGR delete, if anybody wondering. Comes with a bag of bolts. Got the, can't be able to take it all out for you, but you can see the bits in there. Look, you can see the blanking plate. You've also got that little thing, which I don't know exactly where that would route to. I see it when people are fitting them themselves, but it also comes with a little grub screw to blank it off. So I've just put that in there. Hopefully it's a good enough seal. Cheaply made. Somebody's a good little welder there. Little, big, whatever. I don't know how big they are. Yeah. Looks alright. I mean, usually when you get parts, pattern parts and whatever, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, as in, you know, the bolt hole might not line up properly. Once it's in there, it might not sit flush and things like that. But I've not heard of anybody having any problems with them, but then the only people I've known have just bought dark side ones, and £18 or £120 for a dark side one. As I say, the flow isn't going to be the best, but then it's not a 500 brake horsepower car, so I can't see it making any difference. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to say at the start this time, please like and subscribe. Put a comment, even if it's an emoji of some sort. Sorry about the sun. I'm not a filmer for a living, unfortunately. Just filming on my phone still. But yeah, thank you very much to the new subscribers. There's been a load. I say a load. It's been 14 this week, which for me that's a lot, considering it didn't move. When I'm not making videos, obviously it doesn't seem to move. So when I'm making videos, obviously it moves. So the algorithm's clearly liking me actually putting a video out, so I'm happy with that. It's not all for nothing. Also, I have this. I can't remember if I showed you it in the last video. 3mm, going off the recommendation of people on forums to other people that I've just read. It looks quite small. I have done a little test piece on that T-piece that I took out. I've managed to fit it over that, and it fits lovely and snug, as you can imagine, because it's supposed to be 3.5mm. Anyway, I've ordered 2 meters of 4mm. It's only a £5 or £8 something or whatever, but they're being long delivering it, so yeah, I ordered it on the 1st. So I was hoping it'd be here by the time I was off to do this video to fit this part. Don't even know why I'm fitting the part, to be honest with you. I read somewhere somebody reported that the car ran much better and it was much faster. Pulled very, very strongly after fitting it in place of their EGR delete that they already had, but it's in the style of mine, as in it's just blanked off and just left open the whole time. So closed the whole time, sorry, so the gases never flow through from the exhaust, obviously. I'd have thought that would be the same thing, other than in the original one, you've got like a little plunger type thing, like a valve, sorry. So you've got like the shank of the valve running through, if that makes any sense, but obviously further, not in the middle somewhere. And that's how it blocks it off, and then allows it opens it back up, and then it allows the exhaust fumes to come in. And that's basically it in complete, very, very simple terms. Anyway, enough of the safety. You get outside into the cold, where it is cold, very cold. I'm looking homeless today. No offence to any homeless people. Showing off on my grey. Full on grey beard now. Ready for Christmas. Anyway. Yeah. I'll see you under the bonnet, guys. Right, there she is. Removing this part. So basically, I'm gonna get this off and this off. I don't know if that's hot, I've just been out in it. And that's fine. And then once I've got those two off, obviously this needs to come out of the way. I'll do it with the screwdriver in a minute. That's already unplugged. If it's not, unplug yours. Then you got this, and you got this one. You've got somebody with noisy feet. Buy some new trainers, mate. I'm joking. And then you got one round here. I'm trying to point to it, by the way. I don't know if that's focusing or not, but it's about there anyway, so you're going to need to get it from underneath. As in underneath this unit, so under there somewhere. All right there. Goodness. Anyway, let's see how well I do. Right, so I've removed the engine cover mount. That little thing there, just for a bit of room here, so my hands weren't getting all cut up under here. Remove those two. It is a spline bit, by the way. It's not the bits that I've got. So hopefully yours ain't too tight like mine. If it isn't, then it's that T50. One of mine was an Allen key as well. I don't know if that was supposed to be used or not, but currently just struggling to get to this back bolt here. I've removed the clip off the boost pipe, but it's a bit of a struggle to get it down at the minute. I've not struggled too much, about 20 seconds, but I don't want to start bending this, so once this is off, once the unit's off, I'll be able to put it up here and then just pull it off. So currently, to get access, get my hands around the back of here, I'm just doing this little 10mm there, you know, to hopefully remove this. So I'll move it out of the way, dipstick tube. Once I've done that, hopefully I can get my hands around the back. And then, like I say, it's just the other two, which are, yeah, easy to get to. Right. It wasn't there. I mean, it kind of was there, but it comes from way further down. I'm hoping you can see that, but it's there anyway. My finger's literally on it, so what my finger's on there, it's there. I did pull the boost pipe off perfectly fine. I just, a little bit of force, pushed it downwards, moved it out of the way. And then you can swear a lot and cut your hands a lot on this, and you can get a little T30 on it. I don't know if those are spline ones or not. I'll see when they're out, I guess. But either way around, the T30 is fitting up very nicely to it. It's hand tight at the minute, so let me get that out of there. Right, so I haven't missed anything really. That came out how I showed you, and then these two, the front and the sides, come off fine as well, to be honest. All with a T30 Torx bit. That's just sitting there at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to have to go around the back and blanket around here, but I'm a bit reluctant because it might be a bit hot. But that's the preferable method for me anyway. Yeah, and then it simply just comes off like this. Yeah, I'll say simply, but there you go. Pretty bad inside there, so it's good. Gives me something to do. At some point well, maybe, I might be lying to you, I might remove the inlet manifold because it's gaunt up there as well. Look. That's what I was on about when I first got the car, saying about walnut blasting and all that stuff. But to be honest, I say that, I don't know how much you're paying people, but if I'm doing it, I'll just clean it out myself. But anyway, enough of that chat. So now, it's not over. Got to unplug this. I don't know if any of you lot are any better than I am at that, but anyway, unplug that. And then remove the anti-shudder valve, which is this. Just acts to stop the engine running up on its own oil. And that is literally all it's for. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but as far as I know it is. It just shuts it off, just closes that flap up if it senses any issues, and it just, that's it, stops it dead. Anyway, let me split those. Right, so that's those two split. Just to note, there is a little gasket around there, but I mean, ideally I'd have changed that, but I wasn't aware of it, because that would now sandwich up between that and the thing I'm changing, EGR delete. Yeah, anyway, so there's just 3 bolts on those. None of them are hidden, so there wasn't any point in showing you where they were. 2 of them are the same size. And the other one, I believe, is the long one that goes all the way through all of it. Goes through the whole thing. Yeah, so now we can discard that mucky thing. I'm so bad at I. Such a tramp. Anyway. Get this thing out of here. Yeah, that side up against the intake. So obviously we'll put them back together. It's quite handy actually, I'm not going to lie to you. I watched just a quick YouTube video on it. Just for speed, so I wasn't standing here trying to do a video and working out at the same time. But yeah. So I'm going to bolt them back together, which is what they did. I hope that the bolts all go up nice and neatly. Much freer flowing. Well, it just is anyway, just because of all the gunk in there, but yeah. Let me try and position you somewhere. I don't know how long you're going to last there for, but anti-shudder valve, keeping that. Plug it back in at the end. I just have to sort of talk you through what I'm doing. If there's any important bits, it's just the reverse of what I've just done basically. But if there's any important bits, I shall move you and show you. Yeah. The face is clean anyway, believe it or not. The inside isn't. Never mind. Like that on the curb. And yeah, so this side I'll go up that way. Find which way it bolts for a start, obviously. So obviously at the moment you'll only be able to put 2 of the bolts in, for the reasons that I just explained. Obviously make sure you do them up tight. Might as well do that first time, because the other one's just got a clear one straight through. As long as you do leave the gap there, you'll be fine. As in, for the other bolt to go through. Normally, you wouldn't do them all up tight straight away, would you, with something like this? But this will be fine. Looking at it, it's not gonna affect anything in any way. Feel free to fast forward if you don't want to watch this. But one thing I hate when I'm watching these sorts of videos is people skipping things. Too much anyway, but yeah. One in there. One in there. I do hope the camera angle's alright, I can't see the other side of it. If you do need to unnip those at any point, you can, obviously. You can do it in sync. Yeah, like I say, as long as the bolt goes through to the other side, which is kind of playing there anyway, so you can manoeuvre it about. Looking at that, look. Oh, okay. No, it's alright. I was about to say I could possibly use the bolts that they've supplied to fit that back in, but to be honest with you, it's far easier against the bolt there where it's accessible than round there, because once it's round there, it's all the way around the side. If that makes any sense. But quite a clean block on the outside. Yeah, it does look quite fresh considering the guy that owned it didn't care. I'm going to do the weird thing now. I'm going to tackle the hardest one first. Just got to move the boost pipe out of the way. Anyway, you don't need to be watching me watching this, do you? Basically, just going to bolt that back up. I'll show you once I've bolted it back up. Tell you any tips as well that I've got for you, just in case that back one's a pain, but I'll tell you how I do it. Alright, so that's on. The long bolt around the back isn't a problem. Once this is on, because as you can see, you can get directly to it. Just obviously need to put the bolt in there now to hold the anti-shudder valve up. Do that up tight. These ones did up nice and tight. Looks alright, not going anywhere. I need to blank that off. I'm going to blank that off for now, just because I've driven it this morning already. Like I said, it's going to be pretty hot down there. As I say, we'll be using that bad boy. Got nuts and bolts in there. Oh, another thing to note, you don't use your old fixings at all in this part anyway, at least. As I said, it's got all its own little bolts, so yeah. Alright, so one thing to note, there isn't a bolt long enough supplied to hold this together. I'm not gonna lie, I'll have to go and get one. I could put the longer bolt in there, but that's not how it's intended to be. Plus it's just a pain in the backside, but get into it. So yeah, there's nothing else in the pack that's long enough. So I just tried one of these, but that's not long enough. I'll leave it out for now. I know it's bad, I know, but it's one of those things. Well, that's it. Done. Blanked off. These three done up to the manifold. As I said, anti-shudder valve is connected, but it just needs to get a little, not sure if it's an M8 or whatever, but something to go through there anyhow. And I've just put the boost pipe up, as I say, just grab it. A bit difficult with one hand, but yeah, just get a firm grip of it and pull it up. And don't forget to plug your anti-shadow valve back in. So yeah, at least that's one little bit of it that's clean. By the way, the blue pipe was relevant to me at the time in the head. Probably wasn't to you guys though. Didn't have anything to do with what I'm doing here, but I'm going to replace all the back lines that we spoke about in the last video. So, nice little close up on your face, isn't it? Yeah. So, all these, I'm going to replace all of these, so I can just roll everything out. Well, not everything, but every vac line out. So, yeah. But yeah. Just grab it out of there. To be honest with you, shall I do another video on it? Separate video. Yeah, let me leave that at that for now, because anybody that's tuned in to watch an EGR change video might not want to see me doing that. So I'll do that another time. I might even do it as a little short or something, you know. But yeah, anyway, thank you to all the new subscribers. Yet again, this is possibly a little bit of a all over the place video, but it is what it is. I shall improve with time. Everybody's going out at the same time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Probably next week. Who knows what I'll be doing. Plenty more to be done now. Yeah, anyway. Peace. Alright. Nearly closed the video for the wrong time, didn't I, guys? Yeah. Just in the car now. I haven't brought any findings along my way. Because obviously you don't know the before and after, do you? I'm hoping there's a difference. I can't see there will be. One person I read about even noticed a difference in a bad way. Said he had very strong boost, but it was hiccuping. Are you pulling out for it? Is he pulling in for it? Somebody pulled in for somebody and I just drove around him. One thing I will note straight away, smoking. Like I say, I don't know what difference it would make. I don't know why it would make a difference, because apart from just flow rate being improved, and yeah, if you've done something wrong. But anyway, it's a little bit busy. Let me get back to you. Let me warm the car up a little bit, and I'll get back to you when we're on the a bit of a nicer road to do it on. Busy. No one's letting anyone out. Anyway, car's warmed up. Bit of an open road now. So let's see. No different on that pull anyway. So yeah, no better, no worse, nothing to report. Doesn't feel any different driving through. It didn't feel any different driving through town either. Was a little bit smoky on start up, not sure why that is, but then it was when I first bought the car. Probably just cold cylinders, mixed with a little bit of overfueling, perhaps. But anyway, nothing to report. Is it worth doing? I wouldn't say so. Not for the sort of power that I'm running. Not for the stage one. Not at all. However, neatens up the engine bay, removes the EGR valve, obviously. And it only cost me £18, and I can't see anything wrong with it. It's not caused any issues anyway, so I'm happy enough with that. But obviously, if you haven't watched my other videos, so you don't know much about the car, it had already been mapped out and it was already blanked off. I think I said about the blanking off at the beginning of the video, but don't forget you all need to get it mapped, as far as I'm aware anyway. Partly because it's electronic, I gather, so it's going to be looking for it anyway. So you just make sure you get it mapped out. But that's definitely the end of the video this time anyway. Thanks for watching. See you later.